All right, the weekly this week is Hide and Seek Seeker. Thank you to Mike on Twitch for making these couple of screenshots and showing us what we have and what we don't have. This is the tips and tricks, but we're going to be in three evidence. You got Brownstone High School, 100% player and ghost speed. There are no cursed objects. Your low ghost event rate, low activity level, medium roaming rate, and friendly ghost and no sanity drain. Doors are shut. So one of the things on this is just walk around. You can use your sound sensors. Those will help if you want to stay in the van. If you don't want to sit in the van and look at sound sensors the whole time, just walk around. It usually took me 2 times to walk around to find an open door, and that's really all you have to do. Because the ghost is going to be quiet, but eventually it should open up a door. But you got 100% sanity pill restoration. Don't need to worry about, because you're starting at 100 and it stays 100. There is no sanity drain. The roaming frequency, changing room. Once the ghost will never leave its room. It will roam, but it will not leave its room. So once you find it, you found it. And everything else is pretty much, sanity monitor's on, activity monitor's on. Fuse box is off, but it is visible on the map. So look on the map, find out where your power is, go turn it on while you're walking around. But that's what you got. So pretty simple. It is time consuming. Finding the ghost is the hardest part. Once you find the ghost, it's then just getting your evidence. And hopefully you get all 3 evidence, because honestly, if you don't get all 3 evidence, a lot of these ghosts you can't figure out without a hunt if you're only getting 2 evidence. So I ran into a couple of games where I got lucky and got the 3rd evidence late, but I had some ghosts I'm sitting there going, I don't know if it's this ghost or not, because I normally can only figure this ghost out during a hunt if I don't have the 3rd evidence. So there you go. Use it and hunt well. Put your 4 sound sensors in these 4 spots. That'll give you the best coverage on the right and left of the first floor, and then move your sound sensors to the 2 doors of the gymnasium, then across the gymnasium to these 2 spots. This will give you your best coverage on the first floor, and then just walk on the second floor. Don't worry about covering. If you can't find the ghost on the first floor by the sound sensors, don't worry about moving the sound sensors. Just go straight up and start walking the second floor and looking for doors that are open, because by then the ghosts have had plenty of time to kind of warm up and maybe open up a door for you up there. So go to the second floor, start walking around, see if you can find a door open, and that'll be where your ghost is. So luckily you'll find something quick. So enjoy. Just be aware that you might have to search this whole place twice before you actually find the ghost. I know all of my games, I ended up actually having to walk around twice in high school before the ghost ever opened up a door. So just be aware that you might have to do this. This is part of the time-consuming part of this weekly. So don't get frustrated. Just walk around twice with or without sound sensors, and eventually the ghost will open up a door. And if you walk by a room that the door is knocked off of, just walk in, see if you see your breath. Maybe the ghost might be in there. Be aware, even if you get Spirit Box and you have a Moroi, you will not get a sanity drain, so you will not be able to find a Moroi by coming to the van and seeing if your sanity is draining. Be aware, if you only can get 2 evidence, stick it out. There's too many of these ghosts in here that you cannot figure out without that 3rd evidence if you're never going to get a hunt. Too many of these ghosts give themselves away with the hunt. You're never going to get a hunt in here. So just be aware, just stick it out. Don't start over. Don't take a guess. You'll get your 3rd evidence sooner or later. Just stick it out and keep it going. So that's the weekly. Those are the tips for the weekly. It's not going to be that hard of a weekly. It's just going to be it's going to be time consuming. Sound sensors kind of pick up stuff, but not really. A lot of times, like for my sound sensors, I don't hear anything ever with the sound sensors. I'll see the bar move and I hear nothing. Even when I know exactly where the room is, I put the sound sensor out there and I still didn't hear anything. And I think that's just because it's low activity, low everything. My first game, I put up sound sensors and then I walked around and found it by walking around, not by the sound sensors. My second and third game, I just gave up on the sound sensors and I just walked around. Most games, it took me 2 times walking around. So if you kill a little bit, once you go inside and then you kill a little bit of time, that might actually help so you don't have to walk all the way around. But yeah, it seemed to take me about twice around before I found the ghost. But yeah, so that is that's pretty much it. Just remember that if you don't get 3 evidence, some of these ghosts are going to be really hard to figure out, because you're not going to have a hunt. And a lot of these ghosts, that if you can't get that 3rd evidence, a hunt is what you rely on to figure it out. Like, spirit. If you can't get the 3rd evidence on spirit, and it's a couple of other things, it might be hard to get. Demon, Jinn, Deogen, Moroi. So yeah, some of these ghosts, if you don't get that 3rd evidence, it's going to be a pain in the butt. You're going to get it eventually. It just might take forever to get it. So you can either take a guess and leave, or you can just go, hey, I'm in here. I've got my 2. I'm not going to bother trying to find this ghost again. I will just sit in here and wait. So move your stuff around like we might think it's dots. Move your dots around on different walls, things like that. But that's the tips and tricks I got for you. But I hope you guys get this done easily, and have a good time. Bye.